tough game out here today. The Titans fought back a little bit. Manhattan hit some big shots. Titans fought back. Sent the game to overtime, double overtime. Just tell us about the emotions of the game.
It was a hard-fought game. We battled. Fortunately, we had 4 players foul out. And, we just trying to continue to stay together and keep fighting. This unfortunately didn't come out on the right end of it.
I know talk personally. I know you want the team to win. You're able to get a start today. 7 assists, 1 turnover, 21 assists on the year, just 3 turnovers. Talk about your play, especially the last couple of games. What is it that you're starting to feel out there on the court?
I just feel comfortable. My teammates I give a lot of credit to them because they always encourage me and helping me to get out of my shell and come out and do what's necessary to help the team and get over the hump.
And then, you talk about your teammates there. You obviously have Julio Hogan. You had a few assists to him, dishing off down low. Josh McFarley, hitting a couple threes off their passes. Talk about, those players and, really everybody's starting to come together and click with this offense.
Oh, yeah, our chemistry is definitely building. Finding Josh, I know Josh is a knockdown shooter, so when he gets open, hit him. And he's got a beautiful shot. And our chemistry is starting to build, mine and his, as well as the rest of the team. We just coming together more, starting to learn each other, get on the same page.
Back and forth. It's one of those games where, unfortunately, one team was going to walk out of here with a loss. But talk about, Detroit Mercy and how they played today, and what you saw coming together.
Well, again, our credit and our hat goes off to Manhattan, who was sitting at 1-3 coming into this game. Us at 1-4, 2 teams that were desperate for a win. And I thought it was very important for us to really try to set the tone early defensively, as that's the area of growth for us as a team. One of the things as a byproduct of that, I thought our team did a particularly good job of limiting the touches of other players. We knew that Turner had the ability to go off and score in bunches like he did in the last game coming into this one against Temple, but we wanted to really focus on shutting down the other players on the team. I thought our guys did a particularly good job of competing. It's so key when you talk about protecting home and playing college basketball at the Division I level that you compete at every possession possible. And I thought we did that today. One of the areas that we want to continue to grow in that competing is, on the glass, and then, of course, we want to be able to make sure that we can keep our man in front of us with regards to guarding our yard defensively.
Coach, talking about the play of DeShawndre out there. Once again, the last couple of games, he's really starting to find himself offensively, double digits at New Hampshire, 9 points today. Then, obviously, being that point guard, 21 assists on the year, just 3 turnovers. So it looks like DeShawndre is really starting to mold to that point guard that you need out there.
No, without question. And I think one of the things that we were after was trying to establish a leader at the primary quarterback position. And as we shuffled the deck and brought DeShawndre Black into the starting lineup, as well as Gerald Blackshear, what we're looking for more than anything is at every position on the court, 1 through 5, finding guys that really understand the nature of their position. DeShawndre is a quarterback first, a scorer second, and that's important for that coveted point guard position to get everybody else going. We slid Josh McFarley over to the 2 and had him concentrate on scoring, as well as that of Corey Allen. So those guys were benefactors of DeShawndre's ability to distribute as well. And when you look at what he came into, here's a guy, 6 assists, no turnovers in the last 2 games coming into the earning of the starting position, 7 assists, 1 turnover today. Those are pretty good numbers. 13-1, I'll take that every day of the week. DeShawndre was definitely a kid that's maturing right in front of our eyes.
Coach, you had 5 players in double figures. Julio Hogan was a huge part of the game. When he's able to stay out of foul trouble and get some calls in that end, he can be just a huge factor out there. Talk about his play today.
Yeah, he had a single-season record for minutes played. I mean, Jaleel Hogan was able to log 41 minutes for us, and it's always good to have that because he has a presence on the court for us. In addition to that, he's one of our better defensive communicators, and so having him out there, it really lends to us being able to play defense better for longer stretches because he can talk guys through possessions, get them in spots. He has a great understanding of the scouting report as a junior, and he's pretty locked in for the most part. So my hat is off to Jaleel and the way he performed. I was really, really pleased particularly, and I challenged him to get more rebounds. And certain Gerald Blackshear in there took some pressure off of Jaleel Hogan with regards to the glass because now they had to concentrate on keeping both guys off the glass versus doubling up on Jaleel Hogan. So he grabbed 9 of them today. 19 and 9, I'll take that every day of the week. I know that's going to lead to success down the road.
And Coach, last question was obviously with a change in lineup, a couple of guys, who are starting, non-starting, but Josh McFarley, he probably did what you wanted him to do. He's not in the starting lineup. You know what? You go out there and, don't let this affect you. And, 18 points today, a couple of big threes by him. So this probably showed you a little bit like, hey, it's not necessarily about starts, but about who finishes.
Exactly right. I think you're correct, PJ, in that assessment. One of the things I asked all of our players to really lock in on is not the ceremonial aspects of the game, who starts, who gets to wiggle and high five and all that stuff before being introduced. But more importantly, in terms of minutes played, I mean, Josh McFarley saw 38 minutes today from the bench. Okay, guys like Gerard Williams saw 14 minutes, from the bench. He's typically a 20-minute guy. So a lot of times the minutes don't necessarily change, but it's about combinations of people. So here are 2 veteran players that are inserting themselves into the game from a bench standpoint to be spark plugs and keep the energy flowing for longer stretches. And I think we might have found a sweet spot, with early evidence, 1 possession loss, unfortunately, but we got those guys into the game. I think the last area, PJ, that I would throw in there as a bonus is this game really boiled down to one area, and that's free throw shooting. In upwards of 75% of all Division I basketball games, they're determined at the free throw line. The disheartening thing is we invest a lot of time in practicing those. And so, again, as we work through shooting them at levels of fatigue, I think it'll pay big dividends as we get later on into the non-conference and conference schedule.